Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Jacob as Schmidt with his Farfetch'd Quacko, Melissa as Cindy with her Vulpix Soul Eater, Grace as Elodie with her Milcery Cabbage, and CJ as Gimli with his Roggenrola Trevor. My name is Rich and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. You find yourself in a bed in the hostel in the Fortree City Pokemon Center. Due to either jet lag or stress, or maybe you're just super cozy, you wake up pretty late. It's like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. You arise out of your bunk bed, and you notice that everyone else's beds are empty. You knew that Gimli and Schmidt were on the other side of the room. Schmidt, of course, fought for the top bunk. And you know that Sam and Cindy were also somewhat near you as well, and they're all gone. And you're aware that today was the day that everyone agreed to take on the Fortree City Gym Challenge.
Question why everybody left me all alone. Go take on the gym challenge. I don't know, should I get breakfast first or something? Is there breakfast at the Pokemon Center?
If you want to mess around with some flavor, you're more than welcome to.
That's okay, we can go straight to the gym challenge.
Excellent. You exit the Pokemon Center. You head on over to the ladder that takes you up to the wooden walkway that takes you to the center of town, where the Fortree City Gym is. You enter, and you see the same employee. They gave you your trainer's license and gym badge case. They hold out their hand, and they request your trainer's license.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to him.
He does a little scribble on it with some sort of marker, hands it back to you, and gestures towards some large red doors.
Yeah, let's walk through those red doors.
All right, you do it. Inside, you see what appears to be a power plant of wind energy. There are fans and propellers and turbines just all over the place, all over in little tubes in the walls and stretching up through the ceiling. And before you is a pretty classic, pretty standard Pokemon battling pitch. There's a Pokeball engraved on the ground, and a young man comes up to you, and he says, "Welcome. My name is Miles. Welcome to the Fortree City Gym."
Oh, thank you. This is my first gym challenge. I'm excited.
Oh, excellent. Can't wait. Let me explain some stuff to you. At the Fortree City Gym, we test you in 3 categories: your power, your skill, and your luck. Today, me, Miles, will be testing you in your power, so we're going to keep this really simple. We're going to have a double battle, and you are welcome to roll initiative for 2 of your Pokemon. You send out your Pokemon, and Blueberry is raring to go. Blueberry's up first. Miles throws out 2 Pokeballs. Out comes one, a Murkrow. You recognize it to be similar in appearance to the one you saw at the post office. However, this one is wearing but one hat made of feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Next to this Murkrow is a big, chonky gray bird. Well, not really big. It's a small bird, but it's chonky.
Gotta decide what Blueberry's gonna do. I think Blueberry is going to go for an Astonish onto, the gray bird.
All right.
18.
18 does not matter. Chonky Greybird is a normal type. The Astonish comes out, and Starly looks over at Blueberry and is like, "Why are you making a silly face at me?" And nothing happens. Miles says, "We're off to a great start. Starly, go for Fury Attack." And
right, it's a Starly. Okay.
Starly attempts Fury Attack onto Blueberry. It's a 14 hit Blueberry.
It meets, so I believe that favors the attacker, right?
It favors the attacker. We'll just hit 2 times, and it deals 8 damage.
Oh gosh.
8 normal type damage. Blueberry makes his spooky face, and it just does nothing, and Starly just doesn't care and goes for Claw and Talon right into Blueberry's little beautiful face. It is now Cabbage's turn.
Sick. Cabbage is gonna go for a Draining Kiss into the Murkrow. 2.
Unfortunately, Murkrow's armor class is higher than 2. Murkrow is not in the mood for a smooch right now, and swats away the Milcery, who slowly floats in for the kiss. It's now Murkrow's turn, and Murkrow's going to take this opportunity to do similarly to the Starly. It gets attacked, it's going to retaliate. Murkrow's going to go for a peck. does a 18 hit, Cabbage?
Yes.
All right. Big flying type damage coming in. Ooh, a max roll, 11 damage.
Oh my goodness.
Miles says, we're off to a great start. Keep it up. And Mirko goes, back, and Starly just kind of sits there looking plump. We're back to the top of initiative. It is Blueberry's turn.
I definitely have a round to catch up on. We're going to go for a disarming voice into the Murkrow.
Okay, great. That move doesn't miss, correct?
Yes. This attack automatically hits for fairy damage.
So
that's what it says.
You can double your die and roll that damage.
7. Woohoo!
Blueberry gives a concerning shout to Murkrow. And Murkrow is quite startled by it and takes super effective damage. Very nice. A sizable hit. It's over to Starly. Gonna switch over to Milcery this time and go for a peck. That's gonna be a dirty 22.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
All right, another big beak coming in. Yikes. It's gonna be 9 damage. Cabbage, what are you gonna do? You just got pecked.
You know what? I am gonna go for an acid armor.
Ooh, it's time. Everyone witnesses as Cabbage calls... how do I describe this? I was going to be like gross milk, but that's not really what it is. Let's say that Cabbage... Oh no, she makes her fluids more viscous, perhaps? I don't know how to describe this. Do you have any ideas? I have no idea what to say.
Perhaps she grows an outer shell? I don't...
The flavor text says the user alters its cellular structure to liquefy itself, sharply increasing its armor class.
Liquid.
She's already liquid, so she's extra liquid. She is like hyper liquid, and it's going to be so hard to hit. These birds have no idea how they're going to do it. There we go. So for 1 minute, which is a lot of rounds of combat, your armor class is boosted by 2. It's 10 rounds of combat, so you're going to be... We'll see. I'll keep tally just in case. Back over to Murkrow. Gonna attempt a pursuit onto Cabbage. With your new armor class, does 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Some reduced damage. It's not very effective. 4 points of dark type damage as Murkrow swoops over to the extra liquefied Cabbage and smacks it with its beak. We're over to Blueberry again.
Oh, I can hit multiple targets. Okay, I think we're going to sting with Blueberry because it hits multiple targets. So I'm going to use sting on both of them.
Okay. The save is 9.
Yes.
They both rolled a 3. So
yes!
both of these birds are asleep. That is so absurd. I don't understand how that works. Blueberry lets out such a beautiful song. And these birds hear songs all the time because they are in fact birds that sing songs. But this one is special. That being said, it's Starly's turn. Starly's asleep. Starly is going to try to wake up. And does not. Rolls a 2. Great. Starly's taking a nap. Let's move on to Cabbage. What's Cabbage going to do?
Draining Kiss the Murkrow.
Okay. You get advantage to hit.
Okay, I'm going to roll again because I was 8. And I got a nat 1.
What's your bonus to hit? Your bonus to hit for Draining Kiss should be 4.
Oh, it should be 4?
It should be 4.
Okay. I have some nonsense written there.
I think it's
instead of what
it's probably charisma plus your proficiency modifier, I'm guessing.
Oh, probably.
That's probably it.
Let's write that so that I know that.
Yeah.
So that would be 12 then.
Still doesn't hit. I'm sorry. So close. Cabbage is feeling a little overconfident and also extra liquidy, and this extra viscosity in her body makes it so she just misses the kiss on a Murkrow, and Murkrow stays snoozing, or at least for now. We'll see after this roll, and that's a natural 1. It's low roll hours right now. Murkrow's snoozing so hard, it's absurd. I'm gonna take a tally for your acid armor, and it's Blueberry's turn.
Blueberry is going to go for another disarming voice into Murkrow.
Okay, that will hit. How much damage does it do?
5.
Despite these Pokemon being asleep, Swablu, Blueberry gets really close to Murkrow's ear and just shouts at him. And Murkrow will in fact wake up this time. Okay.
Oh no.
So Murkrow is now awake, just took a bit of fairy damage. Is like, how dare you? I was having such a pleasant nap. Now it's over to Starly. Starly's still snoozing. Will Starly stay snoozing? Another natural 1. This is ridiculous. Starly's sleeping. It's Cabbage's turn.
I think I'm just gonna go for another Draining Kiss into this Murkrow.
Okay.
Okay, so that was a dirty 20.
Okay, that will certainly hit. Roll your damage, double your dice.
11.
Milcery also heals 5 HP from that Draining Kiss.
Let's go!
Finally landing a good old fairy smooch onto this edgy bird. Murkrow is taken aback as Cabbage drains some HP. It's Murkrow's turn. Murkrow gonna go for a pursuit this time into Blueberry. And that's a natural 19. That will definitely hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And the damage is... I was rolling d6 and I was like, is that a 9? No, it's a 6. So that's 11 points of dark damage. It seems like these birds, when they're attacking, do a great job. But when they're trying to relieve themselves of some sort of condition, they're just having a really hard time. That's not canon. I'm just speaking on the rolls. They don't have abilities or anything. They're just hitting really well. And
they're just birds.
Yeah.
We're going to go for another Sing because that went really well last time.
Okay. Murkrow gets rolled a 6 but has negative charisma, so that's a 5. Murkrow falls asleep yet again.
Woo!
Starly has been asleep for 3 turns. So Starly wakes up. Starly, this whole battle has not moved. Despite it being a bird, it only moves to use Fury Attack. It's just a plump loaf just sitting on the ground, and it just took a little nap and it's feeling great. So Starly is going to get up and go for a peck into Cabbage. They do be hitting, and that's 10 damage. Jeez. They're not going easy on you.
These birds
are relentless. 3 birds and a puddle of milk. Who's gonna win? It's Cabbage's turn.
Feel like I should use a potion or something. Or I guess I could just try and get the HP back with Draining Kiss. This is an option. Yeah, let's just go for a Draining Kiss into Murkrow again.
Armor class is 13.
I got a 12.
Cabbage.
Cabbage, please.
You gotta do this. Cabbage cannot land the Draining Kiss. Too liquid. The acid armor, too powerful. Cabbage is zooming. So fluid. It's absurd. Murkrow gonna go for an Astonish to Cabbage. That is a 9.
So it does not.
It does not hit.
It does not hit.
Murkrow makes a spooky face at Cabbage, and Cabbage doesn't care. Cabbage is a liquid now. Always has
Cabbage
been.
is 2 milk.
But Cabbage is extra milk now. Okay. It's another turn of acid armor. You're on 5. I did my tally the wrong way. I did a 5th line instead of a diagonal. Whatever. I'll do that for the 6th line.
How dare you?
I know. I feel so dirty. Okay. Blueberry, what are you going to do?
Sing.
Wow. We're really doing the same thing. All right. They're not falling asleep this time.
Was Murkrow still asleep though from the last time that I used it, or did I attack and wake him up?
You attack and woke him up.
Oh.
Murkrow's been awake for a minute. Starly is feeling a little confident. I'm gonna go for a Leer. Gonna request a Wisdom saving throw from Blueberry.
That's a 14.
That passes. Nothing happens.
Yay!
Being an adorable chonky bird makes a very mean face to Blueberry. Doesn't do anything. Starly's too cute. It's Cabbage's turn.
Go for another Draining Kiss into Murkrow.
Let's have it hit. Cabbage, we believe.
Please. Yay! That was a 23.
Battle hits. Let's go, Cabbage. This could take out Murkrow. The potential's there.
That would be so nice. And a 4, so that's 8 plus 3, so 11.
11. A great hit. Not enough to take out Murkrow.
No.
If Murkrow had a health bar, it would be in red HP. Murkrow's not doing good as a Draining Kiss comes through. Cabbage regains, 5 health again? Because you did 11 damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5 more HP. Cabbage is probably feeling all right. A little bit better. Now it's Murkrow's turn. Murkrow, not having a great time. A little frustrated with what's going on. Gonna go for a peck into Blueberry. That's a dirty 23. That's 8 damage. 8 flying type damage into Blueberry. Is Blueberry still up?
Yeah, he's got 3 HP.
3? Yeah, that's a good healthy number. Good. Excellent.
Yeah, a good healthy number that I would love my Pokemon to have.
Yeah. It's another turn for Acid Armor, and it's back to Blueberry. You have 4 turns left of Acid Armor. I don't think it's come up yet.
It's literally not helped at all, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna try to sing.
Okay,
Thanks to
spicy. The beautiful song comes out of Blueberry's beak. Starly, it's a 19. I'm so sorry.
Rip.
Blueberry,
This is the saddest day ever.
really trying their best. It's Starly's turn. Starly, gonna go for a Fury attack on a Cabbage. Ooh,
This is scary.
that's a 13.
Yo, that does not hit.
Is that because of acid armor, or would that have not hit either
No,
way? Okay.
it would not hit
Dang.
either.
I was really hoping it'd be like right on the cusp so we could feel like it was useful. Oh well. Without its excellence of liquidy body, extra liquid from the acid armor, Cabbage is still able to deftly dodge the Fury attack coming from Starly. Cabbage's turn.
We've got to go for that draining kiss into Murkrow. We can do this. Come on, Cabbage. 16.
16 hits.
Let's go.
You're welcome to roll your damage. I think this KOs either way, but you might as well see it.
7, 8. So 16.
16.
Or no, 7 plus 8 plus 3. That's 18.
18.
Is that how math works?
Yeah, that sounds right to
7.
me. We'll take it. You know what?
Yes,
At the end of the
yeah.
day, it doesn't really matter because
This is true.
a big old draining kiss saps the last bit of life out of Murkrow, and it collapses. X is in its eyes, and Miles says, "Murkrow, come back!" And it retreats back into the blue Pokeball. Now it's Starly versus the world.
How much do I heal, though?
You're gonna heal the half of the remainder of HP that Murkrow has, which is 2.
So, well,
It's something.
that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starly hasn't taken any damage so far. It's just been chilling on the field.
Single targeting. A pack into Starly. Why not? 16.
That definitely hits. Get your damage in there.
Ooh.
One shot? Could it be?
This
No,
No,
I
it's
don't
a
think
7.
it can. Okay. You know what?
No, I don't think.
That's a pretty good hit, though. We take those. Bird v. Bird. Blueberry swoops in. Gives a good old beak smash to Starly. Takes out a chunk of its health. Starly looks a little dazed. A little confused. Starly is going to go for another Fury attack into Blueberry, who just attacked it.
Please don't hit.
That's going to be a 13.
Yes, it does not hit.
Barely does
Whew.
not hit. Very lucky.
Whew.
Blueberry remains to stay on the field for another day. Cabbage.
I think we're just gonna go for a draining kiss. 22.
Yeah, definitely. Starly looking pretty beat up, pretty banged up. That's another turn. You have 2 turns left of acid armor, and it's now Blueberry's turn.
Blueberry is gonna go for that peck
Okay.
again. 16 again.
16 will connect. Big old peck coming in to Starly. Starly's looking like it's on its last legs, or its last talons. Starly's going to go for a victory Fury attack into Cabbage. And that's a 19. That'll hit. It hits 4 times. So let's get these 4 hits of Fury attack. Oof. Oof. 14 damage from Starly.
Cabbage lives on 1.
Man, Cabbage,
Yes.
that draining kiss HP really, really mattered. Starly's like, you know what? I'm a chonky bird. I've had enough. And just wails into Cabbage. And manages to hang on by a sliver. Incredible.
Whoa!
All right, Cabbage. It's up to you to finish it off.
Let's go, Cabbage. We gotta go for that draining kiss. That is a 19.
That'll connect. How does Cabbage KO Starly?
Oh gosh, I've killed so many Pokemon with Cabbage's kisses.
Yes.
This one's going to be nice and delicate. Just a sweet little peck on the cheek. Cabbage feels mercy.
That's so sweet. And honestly, Starly doesn't really get knocked out. It's just like, you know what? I'll stop fighting. And it just relaxes and goes back to sleep. Miles says, not again, Starly, and recalls it back to the Fortree ball. Miles says, congrats. You completed your first part of the challenge. How'd it feel?
Very nerve-wracking. We barely did it, but we did in fact do it.
You did in fact do that. In fact, let me give you a little something. And he reaches into his pocket and gives you 10 Pokédollars.
Sick, I can get paid for this?
He says, absolutely. And he also gives you potions, just enough to heal your Pokemon back to full. No ethers or anything, though. But you do have full
Okay,
HP.
so PP is the same?
Yes, PP is the same. You got all your HP back.
Okay.
He says, nicely done. You're off to a pretty good start. And he gestures you towards a new set of doors. You enter and you find yourself in a very large room. It seems like this is more or less the engine of the operation. It's about the size of a football field, and there's little bird Pokemon flying all over the place. You catch your eyes on a Pidgey that has a little hard hat and a clipboard. Don't know how it's supposed to write with that, but it's flying around. You see another young gentleman. This one, he's got a little ponytail of dark hair, and he walks up to you and says, "Welcome, I'm Ben.
Nice to meet you, Ben. I'm Elodie.
In this part of your gym challenge, we'll be testing your skill, and specifically your skill in speed." He holds out his Fortree ball, and the laser sends out a dragonfly. It's got beautiful shimmery scales and a big old smile. He says, "You're going to be racing my Yanma today. You're going to pick one Pokemon to do this."
We're gonna go with Blueberry.
Great, so I'll tell you how this goes. And he gestures to this large room that you're in. He says, "There are 6 rings that your Pokemon Blueberry has to fly through. If you manage to get through all 6 rings and then return to your trainer before I do, you win the challenge." You look before you and you see that there's one that's like directly in front of you, like by about 15 feet. You go another 20 feet to the left. There's one all the way on the left wall that you can fly through. There's one all the way on the other side of the wall that's 10 feet ahead. And then to the left of that one, there's a series of 3 rings. One is 5 feet off the ground, one is 15 feet off the ground, and the last one is 30 feet off the ground. We'll deal with them when we get to them. The distances aren't that important. It's more how you do it. You watch as Ben drapes a rope over Yanma's abdomen, and attached to the ends of the rope are heavy sacks of some sort of sediment or weights or something designed to slow Yanma down. Ben says, "Yanma here's pretty fast. It's got the speed boost ability. So the longer you take, the faster Yanma's going to be going." Roll your initiative. Yanma moves just enough to perch itself on the top of the first ring, and you hear a little ding as it goes there. It takes a moment to concentrate, and you watch as duplicates of itself appear out of nowhere, as it seems to have used the move Double Team. So let me explain to you what you can do on your turn. You have a movement budget of 30 feet. You can fly 30 feet in any direction. You can opt to dash for an additional 30 feet, or you can attack as an option as well. Or furthermore, the spicy part, you can, if you are able to role play it or come up with a creative scenario, you can use any of your attacks or any of your skills to come up with a role that will enhance your racing.
Oh, this is very exciting. I think for this first one, I'm just gonna have Blueberry fly. Can I sing?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
But I'm gonna have Blueberry sing.
You're going to have Blueberry sing for what reason? What are you attempting to do?
To try and make the opposing Yanma fall asleep.
Okay, excellent. I figured as much, but I wanted to check, like, just in case. I don't know. Maybe
You just felt like it.
maybe like a morale boost or something. Okay.
Well, yeah. But mainly to make the Yanma fall asleep.
Excellent. Yanma is perched on the ring, but there's also 3 Yanmas for some reason. So let me see if that's going to affect this, actually. Spoiler alert, 2 of them aren't real. It's only one of them that's real. And it gets an 18, so it doesn't matter.
Rip.
Yanma does not fall asleep, but it enjoys the jam. You can see its wings kind of flicker in enjoyment. It's Yanma's turn. On Yanma's turn, you can see that a blue energy courses through its body, and it kind of sparks in excitement. And it seems like it's a little bit more agile now, despite the weights that it has on it. It zooms over to the next ring, which is a little bit to the left, about 20 feet, and it perches on it, and you can hear the ring go ding. It's 5 feet in front of Blueberry right now in the second ring.
Yeah, I think for now we're just gonna again go the 30 feet and do a sing again.
Okay. A 2.
Yeah.
Yanma falls asleep and its ninjutsu clones disappear. It is perched on the second ring. It's just vibing. Yanma gonna roll to wake up, and it gets exactly an 11, which is the DC needed to wake up. Very unfortunate.
Right.
It's still feeling a little groggy, so it's going to try to be efficient here. First things first, it's going to strike at you with a quick attack. All right. Yeah, using its mobility, it manages to get a dirty 20. A very basic attack, and deals 4 damage to Blueberry. And then moves forward an amount that is exactly the same as Blueberry's current movement speed. You're both at the same exact spot, about a quarter of the way through the course, and Yanma seems to be speeding up even more.
Go for an Astonish. 11.
11. Does neither. Does not connect. Does not flinch. Blueberry attempts a startling shout at Yanma, and Yanma is not phased. And in fact, Yanma is going to just simply zoom past Blueberry in a sense that seems faster than Blueberry's speed. Go through the third ring, ding, and perches itself right before the fourth ring. That leads into the fifth and sixth in concentric, just rising into the air. And will stand there and fire off blades of sharp air towards Blueberry, aka air slash. For 16.
That'll hit.
Okay. 10 points of flying type damage into Blueberry as blades of air, shing, 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 just slice into Blueberry. What's Blueberry going to do?
Good persuasion, so I suppose he could try and persuade the Yanma to stop, but I don't really know what the incentive would be of that.
True. Might be dumb, but like, I don't know. This is just one of my ideas that I had. Blueberry's name is in fact Blueberry, and Yanma loves blueberries, and maybe if Blueberry is very careful, it can make part of its fluffy wings look like a bush of blueberries. I don't know.
That would be really fun and cool. And I think that would fall into persuasion, right? Because it's like persuading it to
I think it would be deception, actually.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
But if that sounds like something you want to try, like, you're more than welcome to.
I'll try it.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, give me a deception. Let your check is going to be 13.
19.
Jeez. Yeah, Yanma turns around, and with its compound eyes, it doesn't get like totally clear images of what's happening, but it sees the texture of Blueberry's fluffy wings combined with the color of Blueberry's body. And it looks over and it thinks, are those blueberries? And it zooms over and starts to gently nibble on Blueberry's wing. So it's lost about 15 feet of ground. And now that's Yanma's turn, Yanma's going to realize, wait, this isn't blueberries. This is fluffy cloud wing. This isn't what I wanted. And is going to charge off a whole 35 feet, extra little distance, go in between the first and the second of these concentric rising rings. It'll turn around and fire off another air slash towards Blueberry. Okay, this air slash misses. Ricochets off of the rings and does not connect with Blueberry. Blueberry, what you gonna do?
I know that, as we've mentioned, Swablu do like sitting on Pokemon's head, or people's heads. Ooh. And I can imagine Pokemon's heads as well.
Okay, where are you going with this?
I was gonna say that Blueberry was gonna try and hitch a ride on Yanma, but I feel like maybe it would be more effective to go bounce on his head and shoot off.
Dog, I'm down for you to try, whichever you prefer. I'll be real with you. I'll keep the checks the same. So if one is more flavorful, like just go for it.
Yeah, I feel like the getting extra momentum one might be more.
Okay. Would you describe how that looks? How that would work? You could just roll first, and I could determine how you describe it too.
Sure. Let's do that.
We'll say, if you're just gonna go for a bounce, maybe just like a strength or dex check.
11.
Is there any modifier there?
Yeah, I did add the modifier.
Okay. Yanma sees Blueberry eyeing him and being like, hold on, what's the plan here? And Blueberry comes over and plants its talons on Yanma's back in an attempt to get a little leverage. Yanma's like, nah, you ain't doing that, but manages to get grabbed a little bit. Blueberry manages to gain an extra 5 feet of movement. Not much, but just a little bit. And Yanma is a little disoriented this turn. You hear ding, ding as Blueberry passes through the 2 of the last 3 rings and is just 5 feet before the last one. Its blue, sparky speed boost powers goes to dash past Blueberry through the last ring. And you hear ding, ding as it does that. And it starts to loop back around. It is now side by side to Blueberry, but starting to move in the other direction.
Yeah, I think this turn we're just going to dash.
Okay.
And go as far as we can.
You do that. You go through the last ring, you hear a ding ding, and Blueberry begins to turn around. Uses the last 20 feet of its movement to once again catch neck and neck to Yanma. However, Yanma's movement speed has now eclipsed Blueberry's movement speed. Yanma is going to go for a grapple. I'm going to need an opposed strength check. Yanma's like, wait, this is too close for comfort. I thought I was doing well. I shouldn't have taken that nap. Roll me strength.
I got a 3.
3 total or a natural 3?
Yeah.
Which
No,
one?
I got a 2 natural.
Yanma got a natural
So-
3. I'm so sorry. And you have a +1 strength.
Yes.
Oh wow, this is a really tough grapple. Neither of these Pokemon are very strong at all, but they both kind of tumble down onto the ground, and Yanma gets a little head start as it tries to make its way back. If it gets a complete movement of 30 feet by the end of its next turn, it will win.
How far am I from the end?
You're 55 feet from the end.
Right now?
Yeah, currently.
So I can just do that?
Yeah, you can just do that. No funny business. Unless you want to. I know you're scared, but
I'm scared.
You can literally just win.
I'm just gonna go for it. I there's too many bad rolls.
Okay, Blueberry's like, I've had enough. I'm gonna end this right now, and zooms into Elodie's arms. Right as Yanma, neck and neck, goes to reunite with Ben, and Elodie manages to grab on to Blueberry before Yanma meets Ben. Ben says, wow, that was a close one. I wasn't sure if Yanma was going to be able to do it.
That was pretty close. That's a pretty cool Yanma.
He says, thank you.
Blueberry's cooler.
Ben says, I don't know about that one. And you evaluate this Yanma, and the light in the ceiling, they reflect off of Yanma in such a way that it sparkles. And it's a blue and green color. Ben says, nicely done. We're moving on to our next challenge. Were you about to say something?
Is this a shiny Yanma?
It is.
Oh, I didn't catch on to that before.
You know,
That's really cool.
I don't think anyone did, so I wanted to be extra specific with you because no one picked up on it. They're just like, oh, I guess it's blue, or like, oh, I guess it sparkles. But like, I just was like, you know what? Grace is gonna know. Okay.
No, that's awesome. That's a shiny Yanma. That's pretty cool.
He says, yeah, thanks, and gives him a little scratch on the head. Anyways, Ben escorts you not through a door, but up a staircase. It seems you are ascending towards the top of the Fortree City Gym. You can see all around you on the other side of the rails of the stairs are just big, giant white pipes that go vertically up. And at the top end of the pipes, or these poles, I suppose is a better description, you can see in the distance propeller blades spinning, collecting wind energy from through a hole in the ceiling. Standing before you on a platform is a young woman trainer. She has short brown hair and big old glasses. And she says, hi, welcome. You've come so far.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, it's been a lot of work to get here.
She says, excellent. Hopefully you take this one just as seriously as you took those other ones. My name is Gabriella, and today we'll be giving you the luck challenge. I'm going to have you choose a number of Pokemon. Your choice.
I'll pick 2.
You send up with your Pokemon, and she says, excellent, this one's going to be fun. And she holds out her Fortree ball, and the laser animizes a very silly looking Pokemon. It's basically an egg, and it has nubs for hands, nubs for feet, nubs for wings, and a big long neck with a goofy, dumb smiley face at the top of it. She says, so it looks like a battle with my Togetic, right? However, you don't have to battle it if you don't want to. You just need to last. Roll initiative. Cabbage gets to go first. What does Cabbage want to do?
I'm going to go for an acid armor.
Once again, Cabbage gets extra liquefied, and it seems like it's coated in something that would be nasty to touch. Togetic faces towards your 2 Pokemon and wiggles its finger.
This is amazing. Oh, I'm scared, but also excited.
How do I describe this one? This is a weird one to describe. Channeling some sort of fierce energy that it doesn't truly have, goes for an attack into Cabbage, and rolls a natural 2. Just completely whiffs, just charges towards Cabbage, and just doesn't seem to successfully be able to chip away at Cabbage's HP. Up next is Blueberry.
Blueberry time. So she said I just have to survive. I don't have to fight.
Yes.
Let's go for an Astonish. 17.
That does connect. Does that flinch?
It was the natural attack roll was 14, so I don't think so.
Barely.
It needs to
barely
be a
does
natural
it.
attack. 15.
Yes.
Ugh.
How much damage is that?
6.
Okay. Togetic gets a little chunk of damage from this very startling, spooky Astonish coming from Blueberry. It's Cabbage's turn again.
We're gonna go for an aromatic mist. Yeah, so for me and for Cabbage and Blueberry, we get to add 1d4 to any saving throw.
That's right.
For a minute.
Okay. As you might have guessed,
Really?
Togetic once again wiggles its finger. You witness as out of the tip of Togetic's finger fires insect webbing that is electrified.
Ah,
It
not electro
is
web.
going to attempt to hit both of your Pokemon. Into Cabbage, a 17. Into Blueberry,
No.
an 8.
Okay,
Cabbage,
so it hits Cabbage.
which is good because it won't be super effective. Cabbage is going to take
Right.
9 points of electric damage.
Okay, that's fine. Blueberry is going to go for another Astonish. 15.
That does not break the armor class. Barely doesn't startle this extra bulky, chonky Togetic. Seems completely unfazed by this Astonish.
It's chonky.
Very chonky. Cabbage gets to do something.
Sweet scent.
That's a 9.
So it fails. So okay, so yeah, so I have advantage to hit it.
Togetic predictably can go for the finger wiggle. Ooh. From the tip of Togekiss' finger forms what one might describe as a ball of ice and fires it towards Blueberry.
Oh,
See if it connects. That's a natural 16.
No, that hits.
Okay. Incoming ice ball. How many times is it going to hit? The maximum number of times.
Oh no. Good night, Blueberry.
Okay, hold on. Incoming a series of ice balls. 5 of them dealing overall 22 points of ice damage.
Okay, well, Blueberry's still alive.
Blueberry's hanging in there.
Barely.
Okay. How's Blueberry going to respond to this?
Another Astonish. Now that I have advantage, maybe this will go better.
Yeah, let's try it.
5. 6.
Well, I'm sorry. Togetic, it doesn't care. Togetic's like, you just tried to do this, and it didn't bother me at all. No. What's Cabbage gonna do?
So we could go for a Draining Kiss. I mean, we might as well. Maybe we can heal up some damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go for a Draining Kiss. 18. So that is a 6.
Okay.
I heal 3.
As Cabbage goes in for the Draining Smooch, Cabbage can somewhat detect from this Togetic that while it has a chonky, feathery, eggy exterior, its pool of hit points isn't necessarily the highest. Togetic, going for the finger wiggle. From the tip of Togetic's finger, summons several large boulders that intend to tomb Cabbage. Cabbage is going to have to make a strength save.
Come on, Cabbage. I got a 16.
These rocks do still manage, some of them, to crash into Cabbage, but about half as many as the ones that were summoned. Let's see how much damage Cabbage takes. A whopping 8 points of rock-type damage.
Blueberry time. A sing.
It's 11 charismatic. Togetic felt its eyes starting to close a little bit, but nope. It's run awake. Not lulled to sleep by the beautiful lullaby that Blueberry's spitting out. What's Cabbage going to do?
Cabbage time. Cabbage is gonna go for that Draining Kiss again. 16.
Yeah, that just meets the armor class of Togetic.
Ooh. 10.
10. Togetic's looking a little roughed up. Looks like Togetic's taking some damage. These kisses, they're really starting to get to it. And you get to heal 5, absolutely. Togetic goes for a more desperate finger wiggle, showing some mercy. You know what? No, it doesn't show mercy. Togetic wiggles its finger, and you can see that it becomes completely imbued with a sharp, purple, poisonous energy. Goes for a slicing cross poison into Cabbage.
Oh, not Cabbage.
And rolls a 2. Great.
Yeah, Cabbage.
Yikes. Togetic, not very comfortable with the poison itself, just whiffs the attack completely. Cabbage doesn't even have to dodge barely. Togetic didn't like it. It's like, ooh, hot, hot. It just wags its finger to cool it down from the spicy poison that was just on it. Blueberry, what are you going to do?
Disarming Voice.
That always hits. Roll your damage.
That'll do 2 damage.
You know, that's something. Togetic takes a little bit of damage. Looking a little more roughed up. Cabbage.
I think we are just going to go for a Draining Kiss.
Okay.
17.
That will hit.
No, 18.
Yeah, you're getting these good rolls now. What happened to the first battle?
Yeah, seriously. I don't know what's happening. 8 damage.
Togetic had a health bar. It would be in the red as another kiss comes through. Cabbage recovers 4 HP. Togetic looking pretty tired. Pretty exhausted. Gonna go for the finger wiggle. Is it gonna get something crazy? Yep, it sure will. Togetic wiggles its fingers, and its eyes glow red, and a portal opens up beneath it, and it vanishes.
No!
It's now Blueberry's turn.
Togetic. Well, does the disarming voice still hit then? If it's not, because it automatically hits. Is that something I just have to find out?
You know, this isn't something I prepared, but like Togetic's in the Shadow Realm. Like I don't think disarming voice is gonna hit it in the Shadow Realm.
I was gonna say I even though it technically automatically hits.
Yeah.
Well, can I just have Blueberry like fly a little bit away? I don't know.
Yeah, you can assume you can assume like a defensive preparation.
Yeah, defensive position with Blueberry. We're gonna go for that.
Would you describe it?
Little feathery arms to like shield its face and head.
Okay. Yeah,
a little cushion.
We'll buy that. I was thinking if your description wasn't adequate, I'd make you roll for it, but that's fine. Cabbage.
Okay.
Togetic is just not here. Togetic is in a different plane.
So now I'm gonna go for Senspiration.
Okay.
Because I can't attack anything, and I've used up all my other fun moves. So yeah, we're gonna give Blueberry that D6 that I can add to any dice roll.
Absolutely. Blueberry is imbued with inspiration. There's another way to describe it. Blueberry is inspired and is able to enhance one of its future actions. What is the scent?
Oh, blueberry, obviously.
It's blueberry? Okay, perfect. Blueberry, loving the scent of blueberries. Its namesake, how you met. Blueberry is all about the smell of blueberry. Great. Togetic ascends from the ether and goes to smack Blueberry. And unlike the video games, this doesn't always hit. However, it's a natural 16. Oh, Blueberry's a normal type. Yeah, it has no effect. Blueberry takes a defensive posture, and a shadowy, ghostly hand comes out of Togetic, and then nothing happens. Like, fine. All good.
Blueberry's like, you stop.
Man, I haven't prepared that. I just made the mistake. It's like you with Starly. I just wasn't thinking. Okay.
Well, great. I thought it was like I thought it was a Rookidee, forgetting that Rookidee is not gray.
Oh,
it's blue.
Yeah.
Because I was like thinking of Corviknight, and I was like, oh yeah, it's just baby Corviknight, and I didn't think about what that actually looked like.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're even now. It's we got this.
Blueberry's going for that sweet disarming voice.
Okay.
I'm gonna add my Senspiration to the damage as well. 6.
Togetic hangs on.
Oh gosh.
As a disarming voice blasts Togetic's face. Togetic's got a little bit of energy left in her. What's Cabbage gonna do?
Cabbage has got to go for its last draining kiss PP.
All right, the last one.
Let's go, Cabbage. 19.
That'll hit. How does Cabbage KO Togetic? Got 2 HP left.
Cabbage, please stop kissing things to death. I think in a bit of a taunt, Cabbage will wag her finger at Togetic before then going in for the kiss.
Oh no, that's so rude. And then Togetic slumps to the ground. Gabriella has Togetic return and says, that was a close one. That Phantom Force, I don't really know about that one. It kind of wasted some time. Either way, good job. And she gives you 15 Pokédollars. She also gives you potions and ethers. Team is fully restored. You've completed the 3 challenges. Only one more waits before you. Elodie marches up the stairs, and she turns around and she can see giant propeller blades of a wind energy turbine spinning. The view up here is incredible because Fortree City is the northernmost city in the Hoenn region, but it's also the highest altitude city in the Hoenn region. And you're on the tallest building in the highest up city, so the view is incredible. To the north, you see jungle that just spans for miles. To the east, you can see Lily Cove, where you came from by ship, and way off in the distance, you can see a small island in the ocean. To the west, you see a mountain that is riddled with meteoric craters, and to the south, you can see the capital, Mauville. Standing up there with you is Winona. She is the gym leader of the Fortree City Gym and has been for quite a while. She is wearing a funky little aviator outfit. She's wearing a helmet that's got little green goggles on it, and she has her purple hair blowing in the wind. She turns to face you and says, "You made it."
I made it. Woohoo!
I'm so proud of you. Only one more challenge lies before you. And to begin this challenge, I'll have to ask, how many Pokemon do you intend to use?
I will use 2 again. I will use both my lads.
She says, excellent. In that case, allow me to let you meet my friends. And she holds out 3 Fortree balls. And out comes 1. A silver raptor made of metal. Very large, very spooky bird. 2. A very proud-looking larger form of Talo with twin tails in the back. And 3. A blueberry, but bigger, with huge cloudy poofiness and 2 little hair antennae coming out at the top of its head. She says, for this final challenge, you will pick your opponent.
Right. I'll go with the friend of Blueberry.
With the Altaria.
Yes.
Excellent. Winona recalls 2 of her Pokemon, the Skarmory and the Swellow. And she says, in that case, let the battle begin and roll your initiative for the final battle. Well, how does Cabbage want to start off?
For that sweet, sweet acid armor.
Okay. Extra liquefied, and looks like if made contact with a melee attack, it's gonna sting. Cabbage is ready for battle. In a similar turn of events, Altaria lets out a screech and flaps its wings vigorously, and it is coursed through with blue and purple, and sparks of electricity and arcane energy flows through its body, and it seems that it is a dragon that has done a dance. It is now BB's turn.
Sing, because why not?
Okay.
Always gotta get one out.
Sure. Altaria rolls a 2.
Yeah!
Altaria
Sleepy Nine-Eye.
Go Sleepy Nine-Eye. Incredible. What's Cabbage gonna do with the Sleepy Nine-Eye Altaria?
So I'm gonna Sweet Scent.
You do that.
So he has to make a Charisma save.
It has disadvantage because it's asleep. And a 10.
It was probably a bad move, because the next attack targeting afflicted creatures have advantage to hit.
You know, there is such a thing as double disadvantage. Or at
There
least
is?
in my homebrew there is. So yeah.
Okay.
Altaria's gonna try and wake up.
Yeah, I guess if it woke up too, it wouldn't be a waste.
And it got an 8. So Altaria stays snoozing, and it loves the sweet scent that it just smelled. It is having a delightful little dream. Despite the fact that, like, blue arcane sparks are flying off of it, it's having a good little snooze.
Disarming Voice would be a bad choice right now. Let's go for an Astonish.
Okay, roll it.
So I get advantage, right?
Yes, you can roll 3 times, in fact.
22.
What was the natural?
Their natural was 19.
Okay, how much damage?
The damage is 5.
Swablu, and lets out a startling shout, dealing ghost type damage to Altaria. Will this wake up Altaria? Definitely does, because Altaria crit its wake up. The shout was very startling and very astonishing, and Altaria springs back up into the air, however, is still recoiling from the effect of the shout, and will have to take a flinch on its next turn. Back up to Cabbage.
Cabbage time! We're gonna go for a Draining Kiss. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, let's go. Super effective.
Super effective damage! 10 damage.
The classic Cabbage maneuver, the swoop and smooch. Goes in, smooches that Altaria right on the cheek, drains a whole 5 HP. Altaria flinched last turn. I said next turn, but I meant that turn. Altaria attacks now. Altaria's ready for action. Altaria's going to use a move that it doesn't have to roll to hit, and that is Aerial Ace. Right into Cabbage. Going to be 11 points of flying type damage. As Altaria swoops in and deals an Aerial Ace strike to Cabbage, it will also take poison damage from acid armor. How much was that again? It's a d6 worth.
Yes.
So you can roll that.
So I roll that. 2.
Okay, that's something. Cabbage manages to give a little bit of recoil from that. Allow a bit of a defensive mechanism to happen, so Altaria doesn't get that Aerial Ace off totally for free. What is Blueberry gonna do?
Blueberry will do a Disarming Voice this time.
Okay, super effective. Roll it.
That is a 10.
Wow, that was just as good as the Draining Kiss.
Yeah, seriously.
That's kind of crazy. Blueberry's popping off. Yeah, Blueberry's been doing really good at shouting today, making songs and shouting.
Incredible shouter.
And
Yes.
Blueberry going from an astonishing shout to a disarming shout. Altaria is taken aback and takes a lot of fairy type damage.
Cabbage time. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for another Draining Kiss. That's a 14.
14 does not break Altaria's armor class.
Oh no.
Cabbage goes in for the kiss and flies directly into Altaria's floof. and just can't get its kisser on Altaria's body, and just nothing happens. It's very unfortunate. In anticipation of shenanigans, Altaria focuses its mind and creates a barrier around itself that will protect it from certain types of attacks. That is its turn. That's its action. We're gonna move on to Blueberry.
Yeah, we're just gonna go for a disarming voice again. 6.
Another disarming voice comes out. Altaria, taken aback by the fairy damage, feeling pretty startled, feeling pretty spooked. About halfway through its health bar. Cabbage.
Gonna go for another draining kit.
Don't fix it if it's not broken. That's not the saying. What do they say? No, that is
If
the
it
saying.
ain't broken, don't fix it.
I like mine more. Don't fix
No, I
it
like
if it's
that.
not
No, I
broken.
agree.
Perfect. Roll to hit.
17.
That does meet the armor class of Altaria. Deal your damage.
Oh, 13.
The kiss comes in, it lands. Altaria takes a big, massive hit of fairy type damage, and Altaria, furthermore, is getting a little fed up. It's had enough, and it turns to Blueberry and unleashes an incredible gout of blue and yellow and purple sparkling flame, aka Dragon Breath, and demands that Blueberry make a dexterity saving throw.
A 3.
A 3. That will not save you from this incoming Dragon Breath unless they roll a 1 twice in a row. Oh my god. The minimum damage from this Dragon Dance Dragon Breath is still 9 damage, but you got very lucky with 2 min rolls. Something about an Altaria attacking a Swablu, Altaria just has to hold back a little bit. It's just like, no, that was me one day. I can't. And
There is like, I see myself in you.
exactly. It's like that scene, have you watched Journeys, where like the Blaziken can't eat the torture cookies?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the same exact thing, basically, except it's not a cookie, it's an actual bird. It's Blueberry's turn. How will Blueberry retaliate to this Dragon Breath in its face?
Blueberry appreciates Altaria's slight concern, but also does not appreciate the fact that it took damage.
Mm-hmm.
Blueberry is just gonna go for a disarming voice.
Okay, the classic.
The classic. You gotta. That's a 5.
Good old twist and shout. Altaria takes
That's exactly the song that he's singing.
Yeah, it's a twist and shout in the Swablu voice.
Just a shout. Yeah, exactly.
Altaria can't help but dance to it a little bit. It's just such a good song. What's Cabbage gonna do?
I realized I don't know if I've been healing my damage from Draining Kiss, but I also don't remember what it was. So
Your last one, you were supposed to get 5.
we're gonna go for the Draining Kiss anyways. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes, I guess that's the saying.
An 18. I'm rolling so much better now.
Yeah,
Woo!
look at that. Saved it for the final boss. That will hit.
So that is an 8.
You made it to the red HP bar. Nicely
Woohoo!
done. Altaria's feeling pretty roughed up. Didn't think it would have this hard of a time against one of its own, but these fairy type attacks are a little intense. Intending to make this more of an even fight, Altaria's gonna go for the always hitting aerial ace, this time into Blueberry. 14 points of flying type damage. Not too bad, but
Not too bad.
Blueberry's
Not
still up?
ideal. Yeah, Blueberry's still up.
Okay. The mysterious barrier that Altaria placed around itself fades away at the end of its turn here. And it's up to Blueberry. Take us home. You can do it,
Blueberry,
Blueberry.
take us home with a disarming voice, Blueberry.
I believe it.
Full damage, that's 9.
Okay. Well, it turns out Blueberry was never going to take us home. But Blueberry does a good
Blueberry
chunk.
can try.
Yeah, Blueberry sure as heck can try. You know, what's sad is that move can't even crit. So, like, there's no way. So, I might have lied. I'm sorry. But
That's okay.
still pretty good. Twist and shout. Getting close to the end of the song. How is Cabbage going to clean it up?
I have to go for the Draining Kiss.
Yeah.
Let's go, 23.
That will definitely hit. Cabbage can
Let's
potentially
go.
finish this, for sure.
Let's go, Cabbage. 2, 8. That's 13.
13 over KOs Altaria by 1 point. Do you have any ideas on how you want to describe this kiss? There's been so many draining kisses, and this is one big dragony cloud. What's the method here? What's the angle?
The angle of this particular Draining Kiss. Let's see. a little bit of a dancing and moving to the twist and shout, which we are finishing here today.
Yes.
And goes in for the kiss while doing a little jig.
Perfect.
Let's do that.
Incorporate some music. As Cabbage delivers the final blow, you notice as Blueberry is singing a little song. It's the song that's been singing this whole battle. Twist and shout. Everyone's favorite. And right at the climax, right at the end of the song, Cabbage delivers the final smooch. The true showstopper. And this show will not have an encore. Winona recalls her ace Pokemon and says, "Wow, you really did it, didn't you?" She reaches behind her and provides you with $100, as well as the feather badge. Yeah. She says, "Very nicely done. Not many opponents can take on my ace Altaria just like that."
I am very proud of Cabbage and Blueberry. They did a very good job.
She says, "As you absolutely should be." And she gestures over to an elevator that will take you down to the ground, if you so wish.
I'm just gonna hang out with Winona. No, just kidding.
I mean, you could. Like, I don't know. Great.
Start chatting her up. Wait, what's up? Oh, you know what? Actually, I will. I'll ask. So, I have some friends who came by earlier. There was a short one. He has a beard. A girl with red hair, and a guy who's wearing a shirt with too many buttons unbuttoned. How did they do?
She recalls these challengers, and she says, "Oh yeah, I remember all of them. They were all very impressive in their own way. However, they all did very well, and they would be eager to see you."
Well, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Great. You descend down the elevator, and off towards the distance of the Pokemon Center, you see your 3 trainer friends. Schmidt, you see Gimli, and you see Cindy. They're all chatting. It seems like they're in a fun little triangle discussion about how their challenge went. Is there anything you'd like to do before you meet up with them?
No, I think I'm ready to meet up with them.
You stroll on over to the front of the Pokemon Center, and that's where the session ends. Thanks for listening to the final special Fortree City Gym session of Dunsparce and Drampa. If you're enjoying the series, be sure to follow or subscribe and check out the links in the description or by visiting linktree/Dunsparce. That's linktr.ee/Dunsparce. This podcast was heavily inspired by Boarding Party's Pokemon D&D podcast on YouTube, so if you enjoy this content, you should spare not a single moment to go check them out as well. The Patreon is live. Patrons are able to submit questions to myself and the players about the campaign and their experiences with gaming. Not to mention, patrons gain access to a whole bunch of extra Dunsparce and Drampa content. We'll be back with the whole party on Tuesday. We'll see you then. You were the last one. You were also the longest one. I'm not.
Oh, really?
I think it was just the first battle.
Yeah, the first battle was really tough.
Yeah.
That was very close.